Yes, we are live. So I'm playing the video right now. So after that, I'll welcome.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Coming on YouTube now.
Yes, sir. Okay. Good evening, all. Myself, Professor Pottigar Vinayak. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NB Navle Singhad College of Engineering, Solapur. So, on behalf of NB Navle Singhad College of Engineering, I will welcome you all the dignitaries, all the faculty members, all the students, and all the parents for this 1 week alumni webinar series, which is held from 13th July to 17th July. So today we have with us Mr. Rutwij Munnoli, our proud alumni. I welcome Rutwij on this event. Again, I welcome our principal, sir, Dr. S.D. Navle, sir. I also welcome Professor A.K. Sheikh, HOD Mechanical, and Professor A.K. Launi, sir, who is an TNP coordinator for the mechanical department. So, going ahead with starting this event, so I'll just go across first with the introduction of our principal, sir. And so it gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our beloved principal, sir, Honorable Shankar Dattatreya Navle, sir. He is basically an electronic and telecommunication engineer. He has completed his MTech and PhD from VJTI Mumbai. He has also carried out his part of PhD research at University of Rome, Italy. Sir has completed his postdoctoral research from Grenoble University, France. His areas of research are electromagnetics, antenna wave propagation, and microwave engineering. He is one of the recipient of Iris Mundus scholarship for his PhD research at Italy. So welcome, sir. And on behalf of Singhad College, I ask our Dr. Navle sir to say few words.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, Rutwij. Good evening to all of you.
Welcome, sir.
On behalf of NB Noble Sihegad College of Engineering, I would like to welcome Rutwij and the audience who are listening to you. I'm very happy today to have Mr. Rutwij here to deliver his talk. Of course, we are excited to listen from you. And as we know that we have tradition of having proud alumni, Sihegad Solapur. And we thought in this situation, when students are at their home, even teachers are at their home, and even there are so many aspirants who would like to know what exactly we are doing at Sihegad Solapur and what kind of alumni we are having with us. We thought to have this kind of alumni webinar series. And then, as we all know, we have registered alumni association of our college. The coordinator all the departmental coordinators, Professor Pottigar and all the coordinators of every department, they have as it's our first day of this webinar series, and we have our recent alumni who have recently graduated from our college and pursuing his master's degree in Germany. We'd like to welcome Rutwij, and I would like and I'm very hopeful, I'm very happy that this webinar series will once again, I would like to welcome Rutwij, and I would like to hand over to Professor Pottigar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Now next, I'll request Shreya Padganur. She is a third year student of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and she will introduce our today's speaker, Rutwij Munnoli. Shreya, over to you.
Okay. Good evening to one and all present here. Today I am here to introduce Mr. Rutwij Munnoli, our alumni and today's guest on behalf of our institute. Well, his topic of approach today is MS and abroad. That is the preparation required and current experience. He was born on 16 November 1996 and he completed his BE in Mechanical Engineering in NB Navle Sihegad College of Engineering and passed out in July 2018. Currently, he is pursuing his ME in Simulation and System Design in Hochschule Staralsund, Germany. I would like to say some of his projects. In third year of his engineering, his mini project was on completed gesture-controlled robot project, and this was the best project in his department. And in the final year of BE, he worked on paper recycling unit and gesture-controlled REX robot. Also, he went in depth with line tracking robot with AVR microcontroller technology. And in his masters, he is a core team member of Mari Racing Team Formula student. His certifications are in MATLAB, NPTEL, WEDM labs related to advanced robotics, Arduino, PCB design, and many more. Also, he had taken 15 weeks of internship with Summer Gauges and Tools, Pune in 2018 June. Also, he had 3 weeks of industrial training in Maruti Foundries, Kolhapur. His publications are related to photovoltaic cell and energy augmentation by Fresnel lens and gesture-controlled RX robot. He has great achievements in extracurricular activities with his academics. From June 2017 till June 2018, he was a co-sport secretary in Student Council. He also presented research papers at IIT, MIT, DRDO, ARDE, etc. Also, he has received 4 national level awards for his research work. As an NSS coordinator, he organized 3 social awarenesses camps and he was the zonal winner for Robocon 2016. We are really lucky to have such a great and eminent achiever among us to guide us and inculcate us. I hope we all will be satisfied with his talk and looking forward to take the positive vibes and thoughts. I hand over it to Pottigar sir.
Yes. Thank you, Shreya.
So,
Okay.
Thank you,
The
Shreya.
moment has come.
okay,
All
okay.
are waiting to see Rutwij. So, Rutwij, I'll hand over. I'll make you the presenter. You can
Okay.
go ahead with it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good evening, first of all. So, first of all, I thank beloved principal sir for the guidance, and thank you, Shreya, for the kind introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Rutwij Munnoli. I'm completing my master's degree from Hochschule Staralsund, Germany, in the domain of mechanical engineering only, with specialization in simulation and system design. Right now, I'm doing my internship in CF 3000 as a system design engineer on the Maserati project. just a second.
Okay. Can you maximize your slide?
Okay, just a minute. Is it visible now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing my internship in CF 3000 as a system design engineer, which is based in Italy only. So I got this internship like Professor Navle had got a PhD thesis from Erasmus course only. I'm working on Maserati project, and I have to perform certain tests on system and validate the system according to the requirement. So, Ms. Shreya already told about my achievements and all that. So, all thanks to my parents and my teachers who supported me throughout my beautiful journey. Uh, and now I'm much more excited to interact with you all, not as an instructor, but as a friend who has little more experience in this topic. So, this is all about me. Before moving towards the presentation, I would like to show you my profile with which I have started my application process and succeeded in it. You can take screenshot of this slide for your record. So this is my profile. I've got and achieved CGPA of 8.9 during my bachelor's. When you convert this CGPA in German grades, it's around 1.5. And I've achieved IELTS score of 7 band. Then right now I've completed my German language till B1. I'm still learning German language, but B1 certificate I have. Then during my application process, I have got admits from 4 of the universities like Hochschule Staralsund for simulation and system design. Then from TH Ingolstadt, I got admit for the course of international automotive engineering. And then from University of Siegen, I got admit for mechatronics. And from TU Stuttgart, I got admit for computational mechanics of material and structure. So you might be questioning that why I have selected Hochschule Stralsund. So I have gone through the academic module of simulation and system design program at Hochschule Stralsund. I thought the system design module in the second semester was more interesting for me because I have already decided to continue my research after completing my master's degree. For that, I require the core knowledge of this specific module along with every other guidance provided by the experienced professor over here. So also the research labs provided at my university meets all the requirements which are required in my research work. And this is the applied science university, which focuses more on the practical knowledge. So I'll come to this point, what is difference between the technical university and the applied science university afterwards. So on the practical knowledge, we get to know more than enough of which require in our research work. So these are the reasons why I choose University of Applied Science from Hochschule Staralsund over the other universities. So moving towards our next slide and the most interesting one, why abroad? Okay. See here, the courses offered and the quality of education is far more different than Indian institutes, except IITs and NITs and very few colleges. Okay. In India, it is very difficult to get good universities which offer quality master's program. If you look at certain areas in core automotive industry subjects like powertrain management system, autophone university, subject like chemical engineering, there are hardly any universities who offer these kind of courses. So in India, engineering master degree are pretty good, but only in some premium class institutes like IITs or NITs, which have very limited number of seats in any given academic year. So here in this case, every time the demand outweighs the supply in India actually. So every year around 1.5 million students get their degree in engineering, and out of them only 12,000 students get their seat in different IITs. So that's to some of them choose the course unnecessarily just because they get a seat in IIT without having any interest in that course. So clearly the demand every time outweighs the supply, particularly in the case of India. So thus, barring a few top colleges or universities, the quality of master program is not that popular in India. So even the internship scene in master's course in India is not that great. I'm not sure if there is one for second and third grade colleges if you consider master's program over there. But if you are doing your master's, you must do your internship before going for thesis, right? Because the industrial knowledge always helps the student to check through the industrial perspective. Based on your industrial perspective, you'll be going to write your master thesis, which will be helpful for the industry as well as for university also. So then the second point comes to be the social perception around us while pursuing masters in India. There is also a strong perception in India that the people who do masters in engineering field, they do so because they fail to get a decent job after their graduation. So this is just a misconception in their mind, because they in a way look down upon master's degree earned in India. This exists in general, not only with the society but also within the companies operating over there. The same perception is not prevalent when the person gets a master's degree in foreign university. When you get your master's degree from foreign, the hiring person will be more curious to know about you, and they will be eager to listen to you actually. So this makes some difference in my case. Then the next point is the international exposure. Now, this is a major factor, and if you ask me, this plays a vital role in your profile building. A lot of Indians can now afford education abroad, and by studying in foreign countries, they get exposed to international cultures, as well as their way of working will be changed by this international exposure. They make international friends and become more confident and mature as a person. Now, this becomes a huge benefit factor when you think of your career in a long-term perspective. Other parameters being relatively equal, a person with international exposure will always be chosen over a person who only has a local perspective on things. So this can bring you towards a stronger side in the job interview also. So these are the major things that you can consider while opting for masters abroad. Okay. So now let's discuss working hours per hour calculation in different countries across the world. According to the recent survey conducted by WEC, which is World Employment Confederation, shows that if you consider the working hour per annum for a junior engineer in India, it's in general around 2,162 hours per annum. If you compare this with different countries across the globe like USA, Japan, UK, and Germany, here you can see the number also. This number is significantly high. In fact, Germany is almost half of the standard set by an Indian employee, which brings me to the most important point, which is work-life balance. Less working hours with better lifestyle gives you the better work-life balance. Now you would be thinking that what is this work-life balance? I would like to explain this term in our engineering terms. Like it is the state of equilibrium in which demands of a personal life, professional life, and family life, you have to treat all these things equally. Sometimes what happens, you get so much busy in your professional life that you couldn't give time to your family and even to yourself also. Now suppose you want to enhance your skills in different genre, then you have to give some time after the working hours defined by the company. So I think the work-life balance is the most important thing for your overall personality development. Again, don't quote me on this, because these are purely my thoughts on it, and this is my perspective while opting for masters. It depends upon your choices and your circumstances also. So now let's go in deep and see why I chose Germany. So I did my research before coming over here and came on these following points. So along with the absolutely breathtaking scenic beauty and being the largest economy in Europe ever since 2008, these are a few important characteristics which make Germany attractive for students and professionals to do their higher studies. Before jumping into all the technical stuff about admission requirement and all, I'm going to list some of the main points here. So the first thing is tuition fee free German public universities. Compared to the 30,000 and 40,000 US dollars of tuition fee for the universities charges in the countries like USA, Canada, Australia, and UK, studying in Germany is absolutely tuition free. Yes, you heard it right. Zero tuition fee for most of the programs. And yes, this also applies for international students like me. So if you get an admit in a public university, then don't worry about tuition fee and all. You just have to spend money on rent and other living, food and rent and all. Then the second point is 18 months of job search extension. Once you are done with your studies, you have up to 18 months to search for a job in Germany. It's like a stay back period where you get this time to search for the job. Mostly, I haven't heard from anybody here who is surviving on this extension period, because most of the people over here get their job as soon as they complete their thesis in the university. So in worst case scenario, like right now, it's a corona pandemic going on. Maybe it takes 2 to 3 months to more to secure a job. But again, it depends upon your skill and what kind of other extracurricular activities you have done during your masters. It totally depend upon you and your profile. So the next point is third point, PR. PR is permanent residence, which you get in 2 years only. If you do your masters from German university, you can get your permanent residency in Germany just after paying your social contribution and taxes for 24 months. And along with this, you just have to show a B1 level of German language proficiency. That's it. You will get a PR in just 2 years after completing your masters over here. Okay. And the last point is citizenship in 5 years. If you have paid your social contribution, it's the Sozialversicherung in German, for total of 60 months, and you have the degree from German university, along with you have B1 language proficiency for German language, you can apply for German citizenship also. And the last and most important point for me is that automotive industry. We all know that Germany is a motherland for automotive industry. Most of the car manufacturing company born and brought up in Germany only. For example, Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Daimler, Porsche, Audi, and Opel, and the list goes on and on. Hence, Germany is heaven for mechanical engineering student like me. So these are some points I considered while applying for the German universities. So you can count on them and decide what you are willing to do. Okay. So here we saw why you should consider an option for doing masters abroad, specifically in Germany. So you might be having some queries regarding how should I apply and what are the requirements and does percentage matter over here. So let's jump to the next slide. Okay, so there are particularly two scenarios. First one is if you have secured less than 60% in your bachelor's, don't panic. Many educational consultants will tell you that you cannot study in Germany for free or with low percentage score, which is absolutely wrong. I'll say that don't seek for the help from any consultancy, because you can do all this paperwork and all this documentation work by yourself only. So they generally do this because they are able to refer you as a student to a private university and get their referral money. In short, they will get money if you get admission from the private university. So which can go anywhere up to 2,000 euros per student, and you will end up spending 30 to 40,000 euros extra on your education, which is around 24 to 30 lakh in Indian rupees. So try to avoid them and do all your application process on your own, because through this process you will get to know more and more universities, and there are so many universities in Germany right now that right now I don't know about them while I was applying for the German university. So with less than 60% in your bachelor's degree, you have the option to opt for a German taught program, which is a German taught program masters in any of the highly reputed and tuition free German public universities, because they generally don't require any minimum percentage for German taught program, which is also known as non-NC courses. Means NC means not clauses courses. All you need to study in German taught program is a solid German proficiency at the level of B2 to C1. You just have to go and prepare for German language till you get your certification for the B1, B2 level or C1 level. It's actually not that difficult, but I would say it's worth a shot, because after coming over here, you just have to spend your most of the time with German students over here and interact with them, interact with the professors over here. So I would say learn German as much as you can. So you still have to meet other admission requirements such as language, work experience, previous degree, etc. As mentioned by the university. If you still want to do your master's in English with 60% score in your bachelor's, you can study your master's in an English taught program in a private university. But be very careful while opting for one, because some private universities in Germany had issue with accreditation and students had bad experience with them. So choose private universities and business schools after really good research from the alumni and students studying over there, and not from their promotional videos which are on YouTube and any other platforms. So the next scenario is if you manage to secure more than 60% in bachelor's. So I would say 60% is not a plateau that you have to hit before completing your bachelor's. It's just a number, because while I was applying for these programs, I've seen this cutoff at my time. So I don't know now what cutoff is going on because I haven't applied to any universities right now. So you have to search and do your research from your side also. So with more than 60% in your bachelor's degree, you can go for English taught master's program in a tuition-free German public university. Yes, you can study for master's completely in English in Germany too. Like my course is in English taught course only. So SSDM, I'm studying here over in English language only. So German universities may have additional percentage requirement, and you still have to fulfill the additional admission requirements as set by the individual universities. So having more than 60% in your bachelor's is normally considered a good score in Germany. The more you score you have, the better your chances are. It's important to know that the German universities place importance on each candidate and their entire application. They won't skip any part of your application. If you have decent score in your bachelor's but didn't care enough to make good CV or SOP, means statement of purpose and letter of recommendation, because you thought you will be get admission only on the basis of your marks, then then you are in for a burn. Okay, so as a smart applicant, it is important that never to neglect the additional document that the university asks during the application process. So the opposite is of course true. If you have a bad score, but you have your solid CV, statement of purpose, and letter of recommendation, you build all these things very well, then you still have a good chance of getting an admit from German public university. So in short, no matter what your score is, making sure that you have prepared your documents properly for a German universities will take you a long way. Okay. So now let's take a look into what are the minimum grades by university. So Germany uses a 5-point grading system in which grades vary from 1 means excellent marks and 5 means insufficient or failed. Most German universities divide the student on the basis of a German grade benchmark only. So again, here are two questions. What is minimum grade required for a student who is going to apply for the university? On the admission requirement page of some universities, you will see a minimum of a 2.5 German grade equivalent in your bachelor's. So let's take an example. I'll show you one requirement page over here. I have one example. Just a minute. So over here, you can see this is for advanced architecture from urban design to building construction. It's from Frankfurt University of Applied Science. This is language of instruction, which means this is an English taught program, and this is consists of four semester program. And here, if you click on admission page, here you can see the prerequisite for admission is a degree in architecture. This is just example. You will see many universities over here. I've taken this example with a grade equivalent to 2.3. So they are saying that you must have scored 2.3 and below in your bachelor's course. So this kind of cutoffs they set in the universities over here. So according to this requirement, your bachelor's final grade should be equivalent to 2.3 or less. That is between 1 and 2.3. If you want to calculate your CGPA in Germany, German grades, there are many websites you will find if you Google it. Just Google CGPA to GPA converter, you will get it. I will show you one example. Just a quick example. Okay, one on bharadingermany.com. This is one of the it's very good site for calculating your GPA as well as for your ECTS. You will come across these points afterwards if you start your research from your side. So just I'll show you my example. Maximum score that can be attained in your course means during my bachelor's for our university it's 10, right? For our Solapur University it's 10, and minimum score that can be attained in your course it was 4, right? And I have scored like 8.9. CGPA during my bachelor's. So it's equivalent to 1.5 GPA. So I have already told you that I got 1.5 GPA if you convert my CGPA into German grades. So these are some websites that you can take a look into it. So accordingly, you will see your GPA according to your CGPA. Okay. So then the second point is many German universities do not have any minimum grade criteria. Admission to such university is mainly is dependent on factors such as students' profile, competition, the similarity of your bachelor's program to what is taught in your university, and most important, your projects. Now, I had got several awards for my project and for my research paper in bachelor's at national level, which gives good impression of my profile on selection committee over here. So I'll share one example. When I came over here, I got to know that my profile was good, and uh, professor over here really appreciate these things in front of students. So it helped me in my case. So work properly on your project and represent it properly in your CV. Okay. Then the next point, which I would like to mention that over here, just a moment. Okay. Do we need any additional examinations before coming over here? I would say some universities ask for additional tests such as GRE, GMAT, and GATE. In the case of a low percentage in bachelor's, these tests can prove beneficial if the university asks for them. Not all universities require these tests, and if the university does not need it, then having it as a part of your application will definitely add some value to your profile. Still, there are some recommended scores which are as follows. GMAT score, you should score GMAT 600 or above for if you want to pursue your masters in management course or business related course. For technical related courses, there are some universities ask for GRE and GATE as well. So like RWTH Aachen is there. They wanted the score of a GRE in which quantitative reasoning you must obtain 157 or above, and in analytical writing you should score 3.5. Many universities like Kaiserslautern, they ask for GATE score also. So you just have to qualify for GATE examination for the respective year. That's it. My recommendation is that do your research before application process and see what is the requirement for the university, and accordingly start your applications. And before starting your application, you should have to plan it properly. Okay. So as far now, we have concluded on two basic things. If you have any queries, then feel free to drop them in the comment section on the YouTube, and I'll try my best to answer these questions at the end of this session. Okay. So now moving towards the third point, which is language requirement. Here we have two options. You can select any of the above as per your interest. Okay. So first one is for the English taught program. You have to take IELTS. IITS means International English Language Testing System, in which band 1 is the lowest band and band 9 is the highest band that you can score. So most of the universities over here ask for this IELTS score only. There is one more option, which is TOEFL. You can take this TOEFL exam too, but here the universities are very less who ask for this TOEFL score. So I'd recommend that the IELTS is good for Germany, and if you are planning to go in UK, they also accept this IELTS score. So the university accepts the with more than 6.5 in IELTS, you can easily apply for English taught master's program. If the university accepts medium of instruction certificate, then you can use that as proof of your language skill. Most universities require only 6.5 in IELTS, but some universities also have higher requirement of a 7 and even 7.5. So shortlisting universities in advance will always help you to decide how to proceed. So this is not a big issue, I think. So the real problem is if you score less than 6.5 bands in IELTS. With less than 6.5 bands in IELTS, you have three options. First one is you should retake IELTS. I would recommend this step. Then the second is check the admission requirement to see if the university accepts medium of instruction certificate or not. So a medium of instruction certificate is a document that you can get from your university. You can get this from Solapur University also. That states that your previous degree, means our bachelor's, was taught in English only, and this exempts you from IITS. As for Solapur University, we can obtain this certificate from university only, as our bachelor was conducted in engineering. Just there is a small note that 70% of the German universities do not accept this medium of instruction document. That's why retaking the IELTS is always preferred from, particularly from my side. So carefully read the German university's website. If they consider the medium of instruction certificate as a proof of language proficiency, then you are good to go. And if the English language is not your thing, then go for German taught master's program, which is our upcoming point. So German taught master for master's programs which are taught in German, you require a German language proof similar to IELTS. So in the admission requirement of the university, you can find the tests that are accepted by university. So common German language exams are conducted by Goethe. You require a B2 level of Goethe's exam certificate or TestDAF or TEL C1 from Hochschule. So in the admission requirements, you will also find information regarding the score that you require in the language exam to get the admit from the German university. So there is one more option that I would recommend is the bilingual master's program, where you can study programs like in two language, means English as well as in German also. So many study programs are dual language programs. That means that you will be required to prove your language proficiency in German as well as in English or other language as specified over there. So in this case, you will ideally have to give both IELTS and TestDAF exam for bilingual master's program. So for language courses, there are many institutes in Pune region. You can go and attend the trial lectures and see what fits you better. Okay, so up till now we have seen and obtained a good overview of basic requirements. So now, if there are any queries, you may ask now. Is there any query, Ms. Shreya? Hello.
Hello. Hi, Rutwij. Is it mandatory to learn German language, or how many levels it should be required?
Actually, German language is not mandatory. While I was opting for a master's over here, so in the requirement page only, you will see different requirements from the university side. If the university is asking for a German language, then it's good to provide the certificate over there. But if the university is not asking for German language, then it's just like a plus point for your profile. So I would recommend that you are coming over here in Germany, and you have to do your studies, as well as if you want to support your master's degree or support your studies, you have to do your part-time job over here, right? So for that part-time job, you need to require the German language skills to interact with people over there. So you will be earning over here while studying. So I would recommend that B1 level of German language is good before coming over here.
And can you elaborate the language requirements? What exactly the 6.5 IELTS score?
Okay, IELTS score. Just a minute, I'll go to the next slide. IELTS is just English language test conducted by British Council. That you have to give one test. There are 2 days test, and it's segregated in 4 parts: writing, listening, hearing and speaking. So you just have to practice for these 4 parts, and there will be examination on each and every part. So you just have to score 6.5 and above in this IELTS exam to get your band in the IELTS. That's it.
Except this, Rutwij, which are the different universities one should look for in Germany?
So I'll coming to this point afterwards,
Okay.
because
Yes,
these
yes.
universities actually are segregated in 2 parts, TU and FH. So I'll come to this
Yeah,
point
sure.
afterwards.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay, we'll move towards the next point, which is work experience. Okay. From long time, there is debate going on this topic, that I would share my experience on this topic, that who requires the work experience before coming over here. So work experience is required for many MBA and MIM courses. You require previous work experience in the relevant field for getting your masters in MBA or MIM. So MBA programs generally always have a requirement of 2 to 3 years of work experience, whereas most of the normal MS course programs don't have such requirements. Always read for the admission requirement of the university to be sure. I'm stressing on this point again and again, that do your research part and read the admission requirements and do your documentation work accordingly. So you cannot compensate for work experience with other activities like attending conferences, workshops, or seminars if the university is specifically asking for relevant work experience. Okay, so for many master's program, for technical master's program, you would not require this work experience. Most of the master's program in Germany do not require any work experience. This is also the reason why so many bachelors graduate from Indian university directly start their masters in Germany. So to make sure you have good chances of admission, start shortlisting and preparing for the application process in advance. Most of the individual who are serious about their application process are anywhere from second year bachelor students to third year bachelor students, or the professionals with 3+ years of work experience looking forward to start their studies in the next 6 or 1.5 years. So this is my perspective about this work experience. So as far as now, we have completed 4 basic points that you need to consider while applying. Okay. So now you know what are the basic requirements as a percentage point of view, then different language requirements, then do you need to show the work experience or not, and all that. Now let's move towards the most advanced part of the webinar, which is types of universities you will come across while applying. Just now we heard one question from a professor that what are the types of universities that we can apply over here. So there are majorly 2 types of courses, which are restricted courses and non-restricted courses. Restricted courses means some study courses are more popular than other, and therefore the university sets a limit on the number of applicants they will accept in a given intake. So over here there are 2 intakes, which is a summer intake as well as a winter intake. So restricted courses are also called as Zulassungsbeschränkt courses in German. For most of the restricted courses, your SOP, LOR, and CV play a vital role over here. In case the NC means numerous clauses, is not publicly given on the website, you can also inquire about the previous year's cutoff from the university, as well as if you are not sure about the course with where it gets, means it's a restricted course or unrestricted course, you can directly mail the university over here. They will solve your problem. So the second part is unrestricted courses. Some universities have courses which are not very popular among international students, and therefore they do not have any extraordinary criteria for selection. As long as you meet all the basic admission requirements, you will be given an admit directly. So these courses are called as Zulassungsfrei courses in German. So one thing you have to keep in your mind is that to not to focus too much on these terms, because I have seen universities reject students even in unrestricted courses on the basis of the scores they have during their bachelor's. So the best practice will be to prepare your list of universities in advance and diversify the risk on the basis of the data of the student who previously received admits or rejection from a particular university. So this is my suggestion on this. So we have gone through all the basic requirements for studying abroad right now. So now I would like to share some bonus tips before you get ready and be prepared for your journey. So here are some tips. Always read the admission requirement of the university. Then, as all German universities are autonomous over here, so different universities have different admission requirements. Therefore, it is important that you read the admission requirement of all universities that you wish to apply for individually. So write the statement of purpose and CV completely on your own. Universities have been reading applicants' CV and SOP since ages, and they catch it right away when it is written by student and when it is copied from internet. So don't try to be smart over here in this case, because you just have to write your own SOP in your own language. So prepare in advance. Don't think that just because you are planning to start your masters in 1 or 2 years, you should delay the preparation process. No, sometimes the documentation alone can take up to 3 months. So the sooner you prepare, the better it is. So apart from that, there are some websites and YouTube videos. They might help you for better understanding. So the first one is DAG, which is official website for studies in Germany. Here you can see various courses and their admission requirements. I will just put the DAG website over here. Just a minute. So if you just Google that on the Google search page, here you will see degree programs in Germany. If you click on this degree programs in Germany site web link, so here you will see different courses as well as different universities. In the degree section, which degree you want to pursue, you just have to select that degree. If you are coming over here for masters, just select masters, and if you want to pursue your master's degree in engineering science, just filter it out, and here you can select different subject groups in which you can study. There are so many subject groups are here available, so you can apply for any subject groups, as well as if you want to segregate below here are the some course language. If you want to study your course in the English language, just select English, and that's it. I have said that there are two intakes, means summer semester and winter semester. You can apply for any of them. So I will just open one course over here. So this is 3D animation for film and games from Kyoto University. So if you click on this, here you can see the overview of the course over here. It's from Kyoto University and all that. This course is taught in English language, and it consists of 4 semesters. So the degree is a Master of Arts, it's a MA course. And in admission criteria, you will see this is open admission. Open admission means non-restricted admission, and it's only for winter semester. So here, from here, you can see different results, and you can start your application process from this website. So I have gone through this website so many times, and during my application process, that's why I'm suggesting this website. And this is actually official website provided by Germany. So just go through this once. Now I would like to clear some clouds of questions which I had during my application process, and it might help you as well. Okay, so first The first one is, do backlogs matter? Backlogs do not matter at all. Most German universities are completely fine with students failing a few times in their examination, as long as you have good final grades. So don't worry about it. If you had any backlogs in during your bachelor's, I never had any backlog in my engineering life, but I have answered this type of questions so many times to my mates who are here now. They are pursuing their masters over here. So then comes the what is living cost in Germany. So while applying for visa, the German consulates and the German embassy ask you to show proof of finance that you can take care of yourself in Germany by depositing some amount in a blocked account. Okay. While most of the German universities are not having tuition fee, you still have a rent, contract, and grocery and other miscellaneous expenses. So the German government has shown that amount to be exactly 853 euro a month. If you calculate like 853 multiplied by 12 months, so you have to show 10,236 euro a year, which becomes somewhere around 9 lakhs rupees a year. Still, this number is up to four times cheaper than doing your masters in USA, Canada, Australia, or UK. Okay, so many students don't take any loan for blocking this amount, but even for those who have to do it, it's easily available from the national banks like SBI, Bank of India, HDFC, etc. So the blocked account process for the German visa is really simple, and you can do it on your own also within 3 days by choosing the right service provider according to your needs. Clear? Uh, then comes the third point, which is 3 years versus 4 years of bachelor. 3 years means there are so many students who are there for in their bachelors from second year, like diploma students. Okay, many people have heard rumors that if your bachelor's is not of 4 years, you cannot get an admit in a German university. That is not true. Okay, even if you have your bachelor's degree of 3 years, you can still get admits in many German universities. So don't worry if you are from diploma background. In fact, my friend Chinmay, and who is also one of your seniors studying with me right now over here, is from diploma background. So it is not that problematic for you guys. Just prepare all the transcript of records and send it along with your application. That's it. So for diploma students, you have to apply for your board for that transcript of records. You will get those records from your diploma board. And for engineering student, you have to apply for Solapur University for this transcript. You will get this document from our university in no time. So then the next point is a gap year. Gap year most of the time wouldn't matter at all, as long as you have been doing something during that gap period. Okay, be it preparing for government examination or learning a language, working in the family business, or trying to start some kind of startup. If you have absolutely nothing to show, then a gap year of 2 years is still something that most of the German universities wouldn't mind at all. So don't worry about the gap year. It's good to go. Okay. Then the main thing is TU versus FH. So these are two main universities over here. TU means Technical University, and FH means Fachhochschule. Fachhochschule means it's a applied science university. In Technical University, it's more based on the theoretical knowledge, and applied science university it's in practical knowledge sense. So it is true that Technical University used to have a better reputation than Fachhochschule, University of Applied Science, but this difference right now it's not that steep. Okay, so it shouldn't matter to you at all if it is TU or FH. The only thing that shouldn't matter right now is doing what you absolutely love and that you are happy about the course that you are going to pursue over here. Okay, if you want to do a PhD, TU is better option. But if PhD isn't a priority for you, and you just want to work after your studies, go for any German public university. But just really make sure that you are getting the right course for you. Okay, so this is the big thing for you guys. So these are some important guiding tips I have mentioned in this webinar. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do. So here I have mentioned my LinkedIn ID for you guys. You can reach out to me through this, as well as we are on YouTube live, so that I'm not sharing my contact details over here. But you can ask your genuine questions to your respective coordinator. They will convey your message up to me. When I get your question, I would try to answer them as soon as possible. So that's it from my guys. If you have any queries regarding this presentation, we can move towards the last session, which is Q&A, question and answer session. Please ask me if you have any doubts. I would love to clear them as far as I know. So go on. Thank you so much.
Shreya, hello. Do we have a few questions from YouTube
Yeah,
and audience?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead, Shreya.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Hi, Rutwij.
Hello.
I have a question that what is the difference in Indian education and the education over there, which you experienced?
First of all, I have already mentioned that the language barricade you will face over here if you are coming over here for the first time. So what matters is what you get once you complete the program, right? There are better job opportunities for master's program abroad, particularly talking about Germany. In India, you might notice a lot of students who have a master's degree, but literally doing the same work, which is being done by regular graduates. So the job market is quite evolved in Europe. They often get jobs that they wish for rather than setting for something purely because of lack of better options. So if you consider a pure engineering perspective, India is not the high-tech economy that can support master's program. But again, you can do what you are supposed to do by living away from India also. So as long as you are getting your kind of course where you want to pursue your master's degree, then this is a good choice rather than completing the master's in India.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rutwij, one more question is there.
Okay.
Can the students having a science graduation background, like say BSc, can they take admissions to universities like Germany?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Just now, I have shown one university which is for MA, Master of Arts. There are so many universities over here. You can do your degree in the particular domain. So, if a student is from a BSc background, but actually here the master's program are classified into MSc and M engineering. So my course is for M engineering. There are so many courses in MSc sector also, so they can opt for MSc through this.
So one more question is there.
Uh-huh.
Many students ask so many questions in regard with selection of the universities, because there are so many private agencies in Pune. They do the consultation for this process and they charge heavily for the students.
Exactly.
And many times, because of the lack of the knowledge, we are not able to understand which university is better as such. So is there any specific criteria or checklist that we have to consider while selecting the university?
I would like to suggest one Facebook page over here. Just a moment. If you are actively looking for any Facebook group, here it's a MS in Germany, which is created by Bharat. he's top YouTuber over here who came from India only. So here we can see that around 6,500 members are here. So if you have any questions regarding the university, means how is the university, and if you want to contact the seniors over here, so if you can just select any universities or search for that university. If I search for just a moment, TU Hamburg. There are so many posts that you can go through and check whether there any senior is present over there, and you can directly ask them that how is the university and what are their requirements. So you can check all those things in the MS in Germany group. So there is one more website I would like to share, is that this DARD website. Just a moment. This DARD website is actually a very good website, and it's an official website from Germany only. So this is very genuine website. Here you will see so many master's program or bachelor's program courses. So according to your requirement, you can segregate your course and where you want to go actually. So these are two websites. As well as I would like to mention that there is one YouTube video or YouTube page that you can go and check, Bharat in Germany. So he has already covered so many videos regarding how you can pursue your engineering over here in Germany, and what are the different procedures you can apply for. Here there are so many playlists about different universities over here, so you can check his YouTube page also. And there is one more student who is my good friend over here. So he actually covered all the informations regarding my course, simulation and system design, and renewable energy also. These are two English taught courses. So he's one of my good friend over here. You can check his channel also. So yeah, you just have to contact your seniors before coming over here and confirm all those things.
One more question, Rutwij.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Hello, good evening, sir. I am Isha Saradgikar, and I am curious to know whether there is any minimum liquidity condition to enter in Germany.
Yeah, I have shown you that you have to show a blocked account before coming over here. Without this blocked account, you cannot get visa of Germany. So you just have to show 10,236 euros. You just have to block this amount in a German bank. Then only you can come over here. So this is the least criteria on which you can get your visa.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
One more question, Rutwij.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to go for mechanical engineering, specialization in MS, so which are the specialization courses available which one can go for in mechanical?
Okay. Just a moment. Okay. Here we can see that if you segregate like in engineering sciences and here in mechanical engineering, so these are the courses like advanced manufacturing course from Chemnitz University, then applied bio and food sciences, automotive production engineering, automotive software engineering. So these are some of the top courses that I have applied during my application process also. So yeah, you can check all those things over here.
Yes. Thank you.
Rutwij,
Yes. Please
Yes.
go ahead.
Rutwij, it was very nice session, very informative.
Okay, thank you so much. So thanks.
Great. Can you just guide the students, like when they are graduating, since when they should start for the preparation of IELTS and relative examinations?
Okay, I would say that there is no standard period for starting their application process or different things. I would say second year is good option because from learning this German language, it's a little bit difficult, but if you get that grip, then you can continue your German language skills as long as you can. So I would say from second year onwards only you can start learning German language first, and start getting all those certificates, which A1, A2, B1, B2, or C1 till C1. Then for IELTS, I would say that this IELTS examination score is valid just for 2 years. So if you are planning to come over here within 2 year of span, then you are good to go. Just give the IELTS right just now only. Then from that day, it's valid to 2 years. So second year is best option, I would say.
Great. And what student should prepare actually, as when we say their like profile, as you had very good profile, technical profile.
Yeah.
What exactly you will suggest to the students? What points should be added in their profile, which will make their profile very strong and probably acceptable at the international level?
Okay. The first thing first is that start to build some interest in your where you want to focus your studies. So start preparing for international research papers, or start your projects in that domain. This will help you a lot in the longer terms. As well as I would suggest that go for different competition, national level competitions, be it like IIT or NITs, because these institutes over here, they recognize these IITs and NITs a lot. So just build your profile accordingly where you want to focus your studies, and yeah, then you are good to go.
One more question, Rutwij.
Great. Very good.
So what is the normal university schedule you have, and what are the placement conditions over there?
So over here, there is no any a TNP cell or placement cell. Here you can directly go to any company's website like Continental, BMW, or Volkswagen, and go on their career pages and directly apply to their posts. HR over here are very welcoming to the international students, as well as the students who wants to continue their research work and internship in their company. So there is no any placement cell over here. There is no any TNP cell as well. So you have to do all over here on your own.
Yes, sure.
Hello, Rutwij.
Uh-huh.
Actually, Dr. Shishakar ma'am wants to know that whether BSc graduates like BSc can go for the admissions in foreign universities.
Yeah, exactly. They can go for BSc courses as well, because for bachelors there are very few universities who are particularly in English taught programs. So there are a lot of universities in German taught programs for bachelors particularly. So they just have to rigorously do their German language till C1 level, or they have to clear the TESDAF exam, and based on the German language, they can get any German universities over here in the German taught program. But there are very few universities in English taught programs. So I would suggest that if you are coming over here for bachelor's course like BSc, then go for German taught program. Along with, before that, you have to do your German language.
Okay. Thank you. One more question from Dr. Sesagam ma'am actually. What will be the opportunities after COVID-19 pandemic situation in Germany?
Oh, okay. Okay. Actually, this is very tough question for me too, because I've just completed my 2-semester course over here. So I have haven't completed my studies, but I got internship in Italy. So based on this situation, I would say that yeah, there is a depression. Uh, sorry, we can say that there is stress in the job market, job field. Uh, People over here, they are cutting down the number of employees in the company, but if you see the other side of coin, this is the opportunity that you will learn lot of things in these days, and there are many more opportunities will open up after 6 months of period, or when this pandemic will over. So this is very good time for student if they want to pursue their master's degree or bachelor's degree over here. So yeah, I would say that it will be there for longer time, but 6 months is the max amount, I guess.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, this is Nikita Shetty. I would like to ask you a question that suppose if we do masters in Germany and if we don't get jobs there, whether this degree will be helpful in getting jobs in India? I mean to ask, what is the scope of MS of Germany in India?
I have already covered this in the first slide only, because if you complete your masters in Germany, you have to keep in mind one more thing is that if that master course is of a 4 semester or 3 semester, because a 3 semester master course is not valid in Indian terms, because in India they ask for usually 4 semester master's course. So your master degree, if over here, if it is of 3 semester, it's not valid. But you can convince based on your knowledge and based on your application skills, you can convince the company that I have pursued all those things in 3 years, 3 semesters only. So if you are completing your masters in 4 semesters, then it's okay. You can come over here and showcase your talent to different companies. But keep one thing in mind is that in India, you will not. It's my experience that you will not get a good position without any references. Okay, you cannot just go to the Mahindra website or Tata website on their career page and you just cannot directly apply for them. You will definitely get rejection from their side. If you have good reference, then yeah, you'll definitely got selected in this for this particular.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Do we have any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, sir. My name is Nikita Yadav. I have a
Hello.
question for you. So, can we get scholarship, internship work while studying in Germany? And what are the part-time working hours conditions?
Okay. There are working as condition like you have to work 240 half days or 120 full time work. Means if you are pursuing your studies over here as an international student, then you cannot work for longer than 120 full days or 240 half days. So this is just one condition for international students, but this much is sufficient, I would say, because 240 days in a year is very good amount. You can support your studies by this much amount. You don't need to borrow money from your parents as well from this much amount. So yeah, the part-time job is good over here. And the second thing is scholarship. There are many scholarships available on the DAR website also. If you just search here, DAR scholarship. Here you will find different scholarships for your support for your studies. So you just have to check all these things before coming over here. So international students can apply for the scholarship. Just a moment. So here you can see the information about that scholarship and different funding options. You can check all these funding options before apply your application process. Yeah.
Thank you, Rutwij.
Yeah. Welcome, sir.
Yes, I think this session is very truthful for all the participants, and you have very well
Okay.
covered how to do MS in Germany. So you have already also covered your work experience, additional exams requirement. If somebody has backlogs, what to be done, living cost in Germany, 3 years versus 4 years degree courses. So
Yeah.
now thank you for this session. Now the time has
Yeah,
come
welcome.
to conclude this session. So I'll request
Okay.
Bhosle ma'am to give a vote of thanks.
Very well, Rutwij. You have
Thanks.
delivered very informative and effective session on this topic. Thank you, Rutwij, for taking out your valuable time to deliver this webinar.
It's my pleasure.
I extend my sincere gratitude towards the management of our institute. I thank our principal, Dr. S.D. Naule sir, for promoting and guiding us for conducting this webinar series. I thank all departments, HOD and faculties to make this webinar a successful one. Thank you all the participants for joining with us. We hope you all took back a lot from this webinar, and your all doubts might have been cleared by Rutwij, which will prove fruitful for your future. Stay connected with us. One announcement for all the participants, that feedback form link will be posted in live chat as well as in a Telegram group. You all are requested to fill up your name and name of your organization with means very carefully, because that the same will appear or same will be printed on your certificate. Over to the coordinator, Professor Pottigar sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, thank you, Rutwij. And for all the participants, it's just a reminder call. So the way we have today's session, we will have tomorrow sessions, 14th July 2020, exactly at 4 p.m. I'll remind you, it is exactly at 4 p.m. instead of 5. So tomorrow, the Sagan Inamdar from CSE Alumni 2014 batch will share his experience, my journey from NBN CSE, NBNS COE, student to a professional. So do join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thank you. Thank you, Rutwij.
Thank you so much.
Thanks all the coordinators.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you, sir. So with the permission of principal, sir, I'll conclude.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. It's still Rutwij there?
He went. He just now went, sir.
Okay. Great. No problem.
Actually, we should have tell him that wait for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Can
we
you ask him to
will
join
connect
one
with-
second?
I'll try. Just a minute.
Please.
Please. Start to see.